Would you like to visualize how an attacker sees your cloud environment and which paths they can exploit? Would it be helpful if your team had a clear picture of where your cloud assets are at risk and a prioritized list of which issues to remediate? Viavi's Observer Sentry is a SaaS-based service that transforms the way you see and secure your AWS environment. This video demonstrates how traffic insights are the next evolutionary step forward in threat exposure management. Exposure management helps companies reduce their attack surface by identifying overly permissive settings that lead to unintentional exposures. Integrating vulnerability data allows you to identify the toxic combinations of attack paths leading to unpatched critical vulnerabilities. This allows you to understand what could happen in your cloud environment. Integrating traffic data gives you insight into what's actually happening. Has an exposed resource been compromised? Has an unpatched vulnerability been exploited? Has someone managed to exfiltrate your intellectual property, trade secrets, or customer data? Let's see how Observer Sentry with integrated traffic insights can help. In our demonstration scenario, we'll start with the summary dashboard, which contains a view of the top high-risk workloads. Clicking on the first resource in that list takes us to the security graph, which shows this high-risk resource in context with the overall topology. Let's simplify this view by only looking at exposures from the public internet and by turning off the groupings so that we can focus on just this high-risk workload. Now we can clearly see two paths leading to this EC2 instance. We have three concerns here. First, a direct path from the internet gateway to the exposed EC2 instance shouldn't exist. Second, we see that this path leads to port 22 being exposed directly to the public internet. Let's assume that this is not by design and needs to be addressed. Finally, this resource has Sentry prioritized vulnerabilities. So we have both an exposure path and critical vulnerabilities. Now we know that there's the potential for compromise and exploitation. We know what could happen. Let's see how Traffic Insights tells us what's actually happening. When Sentry scanned this environment, it also analyzed the traffic data provided by AWS VPC flow logs. This traffic summary shows the number of inbound and outbound connection attempts and successful connections. From here, we could look at just the SSH traffic to determine where it originated and how much data was transferred. Integration with VirusTotal shows us that this IP address has been flagged as malicious by multiple security vendors. A quick pivot to Observer Apex allows us to begin our forensic traffic investigation. Who else has this host talked to or attempted to talk to? Who else is it talking to right now? Observer Sentry uniquely combines ongoing analysis of the configuration of your AWS environment, highly selective external attack surface scanning, vulnerability scanner integration, and traffic insights. Then add in automated risk prioritization, operationalized diagrams, and efficient workflows, and you can clearly see what's possible, what's at risk, and what's actually happening in your environment. For more information, please visit viavisolutions.com/Sentry.